Hi guys, different start to a video today because of this face. So today I am going to be filming a get ready with me. I was going to be getting ready to do some photos. It's my day off and the weather's been really nice all week, and obviously now I've got stuff to do. It's grey and dark, so I don't know how that's going to go, but anyway, nonetheless I thought I would film a get ready with me and have a little bit of a catch up. So yeah, bear with me while I sort this mess out, but I thought it's the best way to start because this is what I actually look like most of the time. And Instagram is not real. I just hope this doesn't fall off because you're currently balanced on my jewellery box, my moisturiser and a packet of chewing gum. So as we can see, I've started putting a bit of concealer on, and that's why it's dried a bit orange. Any moisturiser, and then I do it the opposite of what a lot of people do. So I actually put a bit of concealer on before my foundation, not under the eyes though, you will see that in a minute. So these are just the collection, these are the cheap ones, these are great, they don't budge, but they haven't got like a lot of colours. So yeah, I'll just put this on and I'll just carry on chatting. So I'm currently trying to get like a load of different people, you know, involved in this what am I grateful for kind of thing, this idea I had, and I put it out on Instagram thinking maybe like, you know, a handful of people would be up for it, and so far the response has been like insane. So I'm still getting through all of those at the minute. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to have a look and see if I can either cut it right down for Instagram and then maybe put something up on YouTube as well, because I want everyone to hear, you know, like everyone's full story of what they're grateful for, not like a little cut down bit of it. So I will get through that at some point today, hopefully. So yeah, I just literally smack that on everywhere that needs concealing, which on my face is everything. So yeah, I just do it. Honestly, I've got a lot to conceal, guys, promise. So yeah, how's everyone doing? It's a bit of a weird question to ask, isn't it? Because at the minute a lot of people are just trying to, like, if I'm honest with you, like I didn't even consider the effects it would have on a lot of things, because I work for the NHS. I'm just using a Primark brush. I work for the NHS, my mum works for the NHS, but we also live with my granddad, who's obviously elderly, he's nearly 90. So it's been so hard to go to work in central London every day and then come home and not actually be able to sit and talk to him like I normally would. My mum's been incredible, like she's separated everyone's towels, cutlery, plates, so kept everything as separate as possible, and obviously doing the whole social distancing, having times where we can go in the kitchen and stuff. So it's been really hard, if I'm honest with you, because I know it's hard on him. He's quite a sociable fella. He likes going out down the road just for a little wander, and he's not able to do that, but we're doing our best to look after him, and I know he understands that. He's been walking around the garden getting a bit of exercise in, which is good. So let me know if you're in a similar situation where you're still having to go to work and you've got like elderly or vulnerable people, or you're vulnerable yourself. Like how are you getting by? Like what are you doing? What are you finding passes the time? Because obviously he's not very good with technology, so he's not like sitting on his mobile or anything like that. So I bought him what was it? I think it was a crossword or a word search. I bought him a word search thing off Amazon. So if anyone's in the same situation as me, have a look on Amazon. They've got some they've got loads of like crosswords and word searches, just like when it's a day like today when they can't really go and sit in the garden and have a mooch, that they have been quite useful. But yeah, I'm lucky at the moment I'm still able to go and do the horses. I actually trim my own horses' feet, so I can go and still see them. Our yard is quite small and there's not a lot of people on it anyway, so we're quite lucky in the sense that I can still go down there and see them, because at the minute honestly they're the only things keeping me sane. because I don't know how much to touch on in this video. So now I've got my base relatively normal looking. I'm gonna get my foundation, but yeah, I don't know how much to touch on in this video, because I was gonna do a whole other video on it, but because obviously of the situation of my living with my granddad, and trying not to, you know, just walk around the house spreading if I have anything, I've been sort of like confined to my room. And for those of you that know me, know that I don't really want to be stuck in my room, because my room is not my safe place, it's not my sanctuary. I was actually raped. Laughing at that, it's just how I deal with talking about awkward things. So I was actually raped in my room by someone a while ago. So being stuck, you know, coming home from work and then being stuck in this room is honestly like torture for me at the minute, because if I'm honest with you, I could quite happily just set this whole room on fire and not feel anything. And sorry, I'm using Too Faced. I've run out completely, so I'm scraping it, but that's what I normally use. The moving thing's not happening at the minute, so I'm just trying to keep my mind and keep myself occupied from feeling sorry for myself that I'm stuck in this bloody awful room. Not a lot I can do at the minute anyway, so whatever. Back to my little video thing. So I don't think I can physically be bothered to scrape all of that out, so I'm going to get something else instead. What can I use instead? This is another good one. This is also nearly out. This is the It Cosmetics CC cream. There's a few different ones of these. These are quite good, quite expensive, as good as anything, so I just slap that on instead. I can't deal with sitting and scraping that out. So yeah, with this video thing, I wasn't expecting as good a response as I got. I don't know, I did approach a few people like, hey, do you want to like feature on this? Like, do you want to say something that you're grateful for, just to try and get, you know, try and get people feeling a bit positive again. And I mean, like, in the space of just a few videos being sent to me, I was already smiling, and people were talking about stuff that I hadn't even thought of, and they were like suggesting how to raise spirits in the house and stuff, and I was like, that's amazing, that's so nice, like, people need to hear that. A lot of Instagrammers aren't very friendly, so, and they're a bit like down at other people. Learn a lot, don't you, anyway? But yeah, I just felt like everyone was taking this on Instagram especially, and maybe even Facebook. I've got, you know, friends and that compete at a ridiculously high level on Facebook, but everyone's taking this whole thing personally. And don't get me wrong, it sucks. It's ruined everyone's plans, like, not just horsey people, just everyone. Businesses, like holidays, family get-togethers, weddings, moving houses, everything is. But we're all taking it a little bit like personally, like it's not come just to ruin your year. Ha, you can't go and compete next week at your competition. It's like a global pandemic, and pandemic, I can't even talk. This is the thing, I talk too fast and then I can't get my words out. It's a global pandemic. I've done it again. It's a global pandemic. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away from the fact that it sucks. That we're forgetting is that people are dying. We're lucky if we're healthy and we've got family and we've got access to food and medicine, but then we're still finding things to moan about, like stuff that isn't actually, in the grand scheme of things, isn't important. And that's what really pisses me off. Yes, you're allowed to be disappointed, but please remember, like, people are losing their parents, their grandparents, their sons, their daughters, their brothers, their sisters, and it's like, in the grand scheme of things, missing a few competitions, it's not the end of the world. I'm just using the benefit boing thing. It's not the end of the world, is it? Like, give me a bit of a push to do this whole video, like where I was getting people to send me and what they're grateful for, because everyone's in the same boat. Like, regardless, as I said, whether you're horsey or not, everyone is in the same boat. It's fucked everyone's plans up for the year regardless of what they are. But if we're healthy and we've got everything we need, all we're being asked to do is, you know, self-isolate if we've got symptoms and stay at home and not travel unless it's absolutely essential, and not, you know, like, you know the rules anyway, depending on what country you're in. So yeah, really in the grand scheme of things, we're quite lucky. And come on now, like, people are dying, and I think that's like more important than a few rosettes. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. So get anyone coming for me in my inbox. But yeah, just literally concealing everything again. I don't put any normal concealer on, like normal skin tone concealer on, over foundation. I only put on under eye and like highlighting concealer on. So, but as you can see, you can't actually see any of the concealer I put on under the foundation now. So it all looks pretty much like, I wouldn't say flawless, but it's blended over it and seamlessly. So my face looks fairly normal now. I use, these are disgusting, I can't even, I use these to contour with. I cannot powder contour to save my life. It just goes patchy, and I know you're meant to use powder, but powder on my face, it just doesn't look good. So I cream contour, and it's with these, which are actually foundations. So these are actually just Primark foundation sticks. So I think I usually use the caramel one. So I do a line there, one on my big forehead like that, and then my double chin, because I've been snacking a lot. So I do this, and then I just do a bit here like that. Let me know how it is in your country. Like, I know a lot of people, who was it the other day that said to me that I can't remember, I know like a lot of people in Spain and Italy, they cannot go to their stables at all. So, and in England there are a lot of people that can't go and see their horses at all. So what's the situation where you are? Like, let me know if you're able to go, if you're able to ride, if you're choosing not to. And this is another debate I'm not getting into as to whether people should be riding or not. I think it's just about using common sense, and not, you know, if you are able to ride, to not start thinking about doing stuff you've never done or pushing your comfort zone. Just keep it, you know, keep it simple for now. Like, there's no rush. Like, what's the point in rushing? And like, just don't start doing stuff that you wouldn't, or your horse isn't used to doing, because it's just an accident waiting to happen. It actually looks a lot darker. My face looks really light on camera, or maybe it's my light. I've had to put a light on because my room is rather dark. Like, the blending isn't as ghastly. To be honest with you, I have no sort of like set, like, that's my normal routine. And then when it comes to like bronzer or blusher or anything, I just use whatever I can find. So a very battered L'Oreal Glam Bronze. It's got like a bit of a shimmer in it, which is actually quite nice. I don't like matte things on my face. I feel like it just makes my face look really big and fat. And I know that's a stupid thing to say, but it's not. I've got a very fat face, and anything matte makes it more fat. I'm really pale on the camera, and I'm actually like looking in the mirror and I'm like, that doesn't look too bad. Every now and again I just take this brush that had the foundation on, and I just literally tidy up if I've gone a bit ham with anything, which I do. Use this. This is hideously expensive. It's the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I use it in the shade 5 because, as you can see, I have got black eyebrows, which I actually hate having black eyebrows. Firstly, a lot of the black pencils have got like weird grey blue undertones, and secondly, no matter how little you use, your eyebrows are just there, aren't they, because they're black. So I can't talk during my eyebrows. So what I do, you can't really see, I draw like little fake hairs on at the start Fun story. When I was, I don't know how old I was, maybe 10, I found my granddad's razor in his drawer, and I shaved all of this middle bit of my eyebrows off. Not sure why I done that. I think there was one picture, because I went on a school, I did it because I was going on a school trip. I don't know why would you think, I'm gonna shave my eyebrows off for this occasion. But yeah, I went on a school trip and there was one photo and I remember seeing it and I was like, oh, no. So I ripped it up. I don't know why you would think of shaving your eyebrows off. I don't know. I was a weird child. Still am a bit weird now, but I wouldn't shave my eyebrows off, thank you. Now, I've got loads of weird things on my face. I do the same on this eyebrow, this whole side. I hate this side of my face, honestly. It's like I've walked into a door, this side of the face. It's so wonky. Someone else messaged me, I don't know, I'm one of those people, like I think of things in my head and then I just start talking about them without actually saying how I got to that thought. I do this a lot. Anyway, someone messaged me the other day and they were like, hey, thank you so much for being like so nice, or whatever they said. They were very, very, very sweet. My battery died and now I can't get it back to where it was. I've got foundation on my leg now. Some of these influencers, they know exactly what they are doing. If you've got a platform talking about things that matter, we're not going to be buried. I said this the other day, we're not going to be buried, and on our gravestone, if you want to, I'm not getting into a discussion about burials or whatever. You're not going to have on your gravestone had 10,000 followers, because honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like, I've got friends that have played Glastonbury and Reading Festival and whatever, and they've got less followers than me. Does that mean that they're less important? No. I mean, they've achieved so much in their life. What am I doing? I'm sitting in a bloody dressing gown doing my makeup. And I know for a lot of the younger people it's like the most important thing, and it's really, really, really not. It's about who you are as a person, the message you're spreading. So just remember that, like, don't let anyone treat you like a pawn in their game. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I need to contour my big fat nose. My boyfriend as well, he lets me leave the house sometimes without me blending it in, because I've just done it and I've forgotten to blend it in, and he's like, oh, I thought that's like what you wanted like to look like, walking around with like a massive stripe down my nose. But yeah, in natural light it doesn't look too bad. I'm not a makeup artist. I am just someone that needs all the help they can get. And now I can't find my brush. Right, any brush, eyeshadow brush, right? And then I do this. My eyebrows are so wonky. Oh no. This is why you don't shave your bloody eyebrows off. It's all coming out now. I'm not perfect. I won't be buying this again. It's Kat Von D. And then I just literally do it under my eyes. I don't bake or anything. I've tried baking. So I do it, it just literally, I look like I've put my head in flour. Aesthetically pleasing. Highlighter at the minute I am using the Benefit Cookie one. I'm not very precise with this at all. I just literally slap it on and hope for the best. And then this is where my mum is like, put my little finger and do that so I look like Rudolph. Kind of. Oh, I've lost my brush now. Just slap it all in like that. That's how I do my nose contour anyway, because I hate my nose. I've got a massive nose. Thank you, Dad. And my battery's flashing out. So what I'm going to do, I will do my mascara and then I'll show you like a few of the lip products I use as well. The Benefit Bad Girl Bang. It's the Huda Demi Matte. I will show you what it looks like. Can also show you my horses out in the garden at the minute as well. Let me show you. Psych! I live in London and that's my garden. And this is the finished look. It's nothing fancy. I'm not a makeup artist, but yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.